Hello and welcome back everybody to this House of Castle video. So today we'll be talking about the Rune Event and how you can be collecting those last few runes you might be needing to get, and also talking about the stigmas that have been attached to your Titans now, giving them higher stats and new abilities. So firstly, talking about this Rune Event, as you can see I haven't tried to go for this event at all, and I've not been playing the game fully just because I want to be ready for the next time the Rune Event comes around. You might be wondering why I want to be doing that, and that's because I want to be showing you how to collect as many runes as possible, but also doing it in the correct method. So as you can see right now I have 9 runes to collect, but it will be ideal for me to have 12 to collect the next time the Rune Event is around to really show you how you should be doing this properly. So for you guys watching this, you probably have about a day left, maybe a little bit less, to collect all the runes, so here's a couple of tips for you to get the best chances of getting them. So hopefully you've got one of these sets collected, and when I mean sets, whether it's Confrontation, Massacre or Fun, and if you do, then what you need to be doing is keep on playing the game as normal and only opening those chests in that particular category. You want to be opening up the one in the completed collection to enhance the chances you getting runes in the other collections. A typical good rule of thumb is basically saying you need to get anywhere between 240 and 320 collections to get all of the runes. So the way to figure that one out is you can click on your rankings, and at the bottom right that will show you how many collections you've opened up so far, and then with the number on top of your collections in the top left will then tell you how many you've got in total. So again, you want to be getting anywhere between 240 and 320 collections. It is such a wide range because every time you open a collection you increase the chance of getting the next rune. It doesn't mean it's guaranteed, it just means it's a higher potential. But I have shown on one of my much older videos that I destroyed, I think it was about 10 to 12 runes, and on the very last set I opened up 10 collections and I got all of them back. And the reason for that was because I was on about 325 collections roughly, and basically what that means is I already had the maximum potential to get all of these previous runes again, and this is something I'm going to show you in a future Rune Event video, so that's why I'm leaving this till later. So for yourself to improve these chances, I've already mentioned you've got to open up collections in collections that you have completed, so let's say Confrontation to keep it simple, and then work on the other two until you complete one of those, then open up all of those chests before the very last one. The other thing is to always be doing those Gembase, and if you are really struggling to finish off your collections, I would then try and spend as many diamonds as you're willing to do on the Gembase. They're going to be the best way of obviously getting your collections, and this is going to be the most effective way of getting your runes. But if this is your first Rune Event, and this video probably has come out too late for you to know this knowledge, on the next Rune Event always do your Gembase as many times as you can, with if you have premium or if you don't, and always try and spend 100 diamonds if you can to actually give you guys the best chances of getting all of your collections. Unfortunately with this event it is always going to be a grinding Rune Event, and this is something that I need you guys to understand. If you only have 3 new runes to collect, unfortunately it will take an extremely long time for you to get those runes. It is typically still up to that maximum 320 collections. I've not had to go more, I have heard other people go more, but for this example if you only have 3 to collect, you'll probably be collecting your first one around the 120 to 160 mark, then anywhere between the 200 and 220, and that last one again is anywhere up until the maximum 320. No matter how many runes you need to collect, they are still going to be the maximum of what you need to do, and if you only have 3 to collect, it's just going to feel like you're not earning runes, but the game is not going to give you them sooner just because you only have 3 to get. So for anyone that moves up a throne room, you're going to be getting runes left, right and centre because the game needs to filter them out all between up until their maximum. So if you at least got up a throne room, you're going to have some fun with getting those runes. The last tip I would give is through the portal. Now if you are close to the next chest, what I would recommend doing is spending diamonds for these little enhancements to improve your team. Luckily they don't cost too much if you're only looking for a few enhancements, and I would only be doing this if you're 2 levels away from the next chest. If you've already failed when you're 3 or more away from the next chest, then the odds are these enhancements probably won't be enough. And spending anywhere between 10 to 20 diamonds to get the next chest to get an extra set of cards, I think is definitely worth the value if that's something you can get close to. So yes, that is unfortunately everything I've got for this Rune Event video. On the next one I will be doing a proper guide of what you need to be doing, when you should be doing it, and how to collect all the runes correctly. So if that is something you're interested, make sure you get subscribed because I will be breaking that down properly, and that's all I can say for this video. So on to the next part, and we're going to be talking about the Titan Stigmas. When you head to your Titan collection, you might not realise you've already got 3 rare Titan Stigmas to add. Now these can be applied to any type of fighter technically if you want the basic stats, but if you want to get the enhanced abilities of when they're in a set, then unfortunately they will need to be on the correct type of fighter. Luckily there's only 2 types, there's going to be either ranged or tank, so that makes it a little bit easy for yourself. To know if these abilities are going to work for that particular fighter, if you just want to try it out, what you can can do is click on the stigma, let's say it's when it's attached, and click the arrow in the top left, and then this way it's going to tell you at the bottom if these stats are going to work. Unfortunately for this example, it does say abilities only work on a melee titan, so even though I've got 2 turtles set, technically this isn't going to work at all with these abilities. So with the Torturer Titan for this example, funny enough I have 2 legendary stigmas already in the Phoenix set. So when I click this, it will be lit up in green to say that this is already active, and then I can collect all the way up into a 6-piece set. Now the special ability comes when you get the full 6-piece set, and that is at the very bottom. Don't worry, this is just brushing over all the little things, and I'll be making a proper video about this later as a proper guide. Now you can see that these are already level 20, and now if I want to level this up, I then need Stones of Creation. Luckily this isn't too expensive, so I'm going to quickly show you what this is like. The one I'm going to upgrade is the one at the bottom right, because I want this to get these abilities at the bottom, just because I actually do prefer them. So when I press increase, and now that I've got the correct amount to develop it, I can just press it, and that's going to give me a new set of bonuses. So I can claim that now, and now that's got the addition of armor. And then when I develop again, it's not only going to increase the armor now, it's going to increase the health as well. So I'm going to explain this simply again one last time, and let's say I click on something I haven't developed, let's say this turtle stigma in the top right. Already this has 8,000 health, and if I try and increase its level, it will increase the health. But when I level it up, it will then get the crit as another thing I can level up, and at the same time it will do health and crit again. So the higher the star is, the more level ups you're going to get in that one over the rest of the stats. So just bear this in mind in when you're trying to add items to certain fighters, but either way that top level up is going to get level up the most. And again, that still sounds confusing, but don't worry, hopefully you sort of get the gist, and over the next few days I'm sure you will already. One thing you might want to think about is this even important? And I absolutely believe it does. I'm not a massive fan in Titans, I thought this really dragged it away from what Hustle Castle needed to be, but the one thing it does do is help you in Clan Wars and actually get you more clan stars to get those next chest level ups. For our clan for example, we were a little bit shy of a particular chest, but with these new Titan waypoints they have been helping us get that final bit. So for yourself, if you want to be doing better in Clan Wars and actually just getting more stars, please try and work on these Clan Titans, because that is going to actually help you out overall. If for your example you can complete at least the hard level on the tower and complete that the whole way, I would then only go for the legendary stigmas, because eventually you're going to need to work towards this anyway, and getting these set bonuses are going to be the best for the long term. You can also apply these to your lower level fighters, let's say your rares or purples, so either way these legendary stigmas are going to be worth going for and just attaching to your lower rarity people. So I hope this has been somewhat informative, at least with the Rune event you know what you need to do, and with this Titan new stigmas it's going to be a bit confusing, but either way you're going to see new Titan levels, and they still need to improve that for the Clan Wars where you get to view other people's Titans, but what this basically means is now you've got your own set bonuses and all the basic stats on the fighter are going to be increased to new levels. So yes, hope you've enjoyed it, leave a like if you did, and I hope to see you in the future when it comes to the new Rune event, and yeah, just enjoy the rest of your day.